So I wanted to make a quick video stating God himself is a polygynist. He himself is married to two sisters. And this is stated multiple times throughout the Bible. At least 30. God himself would never sin. He is perfect. He would not have similes, metaphors, analogies that would portray him as lustful, sinful, or unperfect, imperfect, anything like that. But again, there are 30 plus verses in the Bible saying he is married to two sisters, or he is married, or he is divorced and his wives were committing adultery. Whereas if he's divorcing them or they were committing adultery, that means they were married to him. So the church says multiple wives is sinful, lustful, adulterous, and is not what God intended. Yet here we have God himself showing that he's married to two sisters multiple times throughout the Bible, even in the New Testament. The marriage feast of the 10 virgins. Let's read Jeremiah 3. Then the Lord said to me in the days of Josiah the king, have you seen what the faithless Israel did when she went up on every high hill under every green tree, and she was a harlot there? I thought, after she has done all these things, she will return to me, but she did not return, and her treacherous sister Judah saw it. And I saw that for all the adulteries of faithless Israel, I had sent her away and given her a writ of a divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah did not fear, but she went and was a harlot also. Because of the lightness of her harlotry, she polluted the land and committed adultery with stones and trees. Yet in spite of all her treacherous sister Judah did not return to me with all her heart, but rather in deception, declares the Lord. Declares the Lord. Israel and Judah were committing adultery against God. They were sisters. Adultery is when a married woman sleeps, fornicates with another man. He was married to both of them. That's polygamy. The word of the Lord came to me again, saying, this is Ezekiel 23:2. Son of man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother. What does that mean? Sisters. And they played the harlot in Egypt. They played the harlot in their youth. There their breasts were pressed, and their virgin bosom was handled. Their names was Oholah the elder, and Oholiabah her sister. And they became mine, and they bore sons and daughters. And as for their names, Samaria is Oholah, and Jerusalem is Oholiabah. Played the harlot while she was mine, and she lusted after her lovers, after the Syrians, her neighbors. Isaiah 54. This has to do with, I think he says he's married. Well, for your husband is your maker, whose name is the Lord of hosts, and your Redeemer is the Holy One of Israel, who is called the God of all the earth. For the God has called you like a wife forsaken and grieved in spirit, even like a wife of one's youth when she is rejected, says your God. For a brief moment I forsook you, but with great compassion I will gather you. Again and again and again throughout the Bible, God illustrates himself as a man married to two sisters. And his two sisters are committing adultery against him multiple times. Would God illustrate him as someone that is lustful, someone that is adulterous, someone that is committing sin? No, but your pastor says otherwise. When he says polygamy, multiple wives, is a sin, is lust, is adultery. Because God himself is doing it multiple times, is multiple different books. New Testament as well. It is not a sin. It is not lustful. And it is not adulterous to have multiple wives. And this is God illustrating himself as doing it. Not to mention the men of the Bible that were called perfect and righteous and were never called out for doing it. They not only had multiple wives, they had concubines as well. So, when these pastors say these doctrines, they are talking down to God. They think they know better than God. And they are talking down on the patriarchs that God set up and called perfect and righteous. God himself is a polygynist, okay? If God himself is one, are we not made in God's image? Would God do something that is sinful? Well, God, that would be unequal weights and balances. If God can do something that's sinful and man cannot. No, God does not commit sin. He is perfect. He is righteous. He is the maker of all. He knows better than all of us. And if he himself is saying he's married to two sisters, well, your pastor that's full of bacon can't do 20 push-ups. Yeah, I don't think he knows better than God. And I don't think he knows morality and what's sin and what's not. So, God is a polygynist. Just want to make that video and let me know your thoughts.